Hello everyone, this is a tutorial video to demonstrate Next.js routing service. I hope this video will give you better understanding about routing system of Next.js. Okay, so let's start by creating a Next.js application. So I'm going to use Visual Studio Code for coding. So to create the application, you need to open the terminal, and it's pretty similar to create npx create React app, something like that, if you have experience with React. So the command will be npx space create dash next dash app space, and this section will be the project name. So I will set the name as Next.js tutorial. Okay, so now it's installing now, and it will take a minute or two, so I will come back when I'm done with the install. Okay, so install is finished. So maybe you can see the success message, and when you come back to the command prompt, you're good to go. So let's move to the further what we created. So it should be the CD and next tutorials. Okay, so I will now in the Next.js tutorial. So there's some files which is created automatically by creating Next.js application. Then let's start the server. The command is npm run dev. Yep, now you can see the message. The server is ready, and the URL is localhost colon 3000. I'm going to move here. Yep. So now you can see the main home page. So from here, I'm going to explain static routing, which is the quite easy concept. Like if you want to create some route at some specific URL address, you can easily put the file, JS file, within the page's folder. So for example, let me create hello.js. Let's create the default page, and then I'm going to put the header as a hello page. Okay, so I saved, and because the Next.js support hot reloading, so it means if you have any changes on your code side, and then if you save it, it will automatically apply to the web server. So okay, so as I mentioned, I created the hello.js file. So let's try to connect here. Now you can see, so if you just create the file within the pages folder, it's quite easy to create your route page. And the next concept is index routing, so which is also quite simple. You may wonder, this is the main page, right? So what is this content shown on the root page, root route? So because as I mentioned, the JS file will be the route name, but this root route doesn't have any name, right? So if you want to create the page for the root directory, root route, what will be the name is index.js. So the create next app automatically created the index.js, and this content is now showing on here. So let me just give some changes to show you, demonstrate this one. So now this time, this index page on root route. Okay. So I save it again, and now you can see it automatically changes to this. The index.js will be automatically reflected on the root route. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is nested routing. So I already showed you the static routing, which is if you create the file in here, you can just set the router same as the file name. But in the real world, it's not, the URL is not that quite simple. Maybe you saw the tons of this slash to go into the subdirectories of URLs, such as, just to give you the example, I'm going to search soccer in Google, and if you just move to the ESPN page, like you can see different slashes to go to the deeper page, like this. And the Next.js also support the nested file system, which is quite similar to this. So if you create nested folder structure files, it will be automatically routed in the same way. So it means if you want to go to the sub URL, sub route, you can just create the folder. So I'm going to show you the example. Within the pages, create a new folder and just set the folder name car. And then within the car folder, I'm going to create, for example, just .js. Okay. Do this in the same way. This. Yep, now I saved. So, as I mentioned, from the root route, the folder name is car, and then within the car directory, the file name is Kia. Let's moment. Yep, now you can see it, right? So even with the nested route, the index.js will be work at the same way, because in the car folder we don't have the route page, right? So within the car directory, you still create index.js, and the index.js will work as the root route for car URL. To save it, now you can see it's quite intuitive and straightforward, so very easy to structure your website, especially the route structure. Yeah, so it will be really helpful compared to just using React routing system. The last thing I want to demonstrate today is Next link. If you used to use React for web services, you have to use browser or hash router route and link to navigate to different route. But with Next.js, you can use just link API, which is provided by Next.js. To use link API, you need to import link from Next/link. So I'm going to demonstrate it. So import link, the L should be the capital letter from Next link. Yeah, this API will be installed when you create the Next API, so you don't need to install the next/link by yourself. And then the next stage will be wrap everything you want to use for navigation within link tag. So the specific route path will be written on the property href, and content within a tag will be shown on the browser to navigate to the href route. So I'm going to show you. It's also still quite straightforward. So you should put link tag, and then within the link tag you need to set the route. So for example, let me navigate to the car and Kia.js. So it will be the URL will be car/Kia. And then within the link, I need to create a tag, anchor tag, and within the anchor tag, the content within the anchor tag will be shown on the browser. So for example, let's move to Kia page. Okay, that's it. So let me save. Then let me go back to the root page because I was writing code in the index.js. So now you can see this part and this content is same as within the anchor tag. And then if you click this, automatically move to the car/Kia route. Okay, so that's what I prepared today. So as you can see, Next.js provides very intuitive routing service to make development much faster and also easier. So I recommend you to use this framework if you develop a website. Thank you for watching today.